Hey guys, welcome back to 100 Line Last of Us Academy 2. Let's carry on where we left off. The odds are stacked against us in this Killing Game spin-off, but I have to say, things could be worse. We could be Shoma with his allergic reaction to any form of aggression on his part, so he might be the first to go, so long as our alliance with Yugamu here holds up. I did say we might have an easier time in terms of not having to divide as many points between us two compared to, say, a group of 4. It's working for Darumi and Hiriko. They're at the top of the leaderboard. Let today's hunt begin. I trust you're ready, Takumi? Yeah. Ready when you are. On day 2 of the invader hunt, we went out to explore the city again, to earn points by hunting down any invaders we can find, but there's no time for free time in this one. Even to go to the cafeteria for breakfast. Found some right off the bat. Check out that swarm of invaders at 2 o'clock. Oh, yeah. Nothing we can't handle. I turned in the direction Yugamu mentioned and found the invaders lurking behind a ruined building like he said. I don't think they've noticed us yet. Let's get closer and catch them by surprise. Put on your pussy boots and slink behind me, Takumi. My what boots? Sure. I'll just sneak around. I don't need no pussy boots to be light-footed. Yugamu had clearly adapted well to the rhythm of the game. He knew how to take quick and decisive action to earn points for our continued survival. I, on the other hand, pussy-footed around, I guess. My feelings had yet to catch up to the strange situation of me participating in a killing game with him as my teammate. What was I doing? Why did Yugamu propose a partnership in the first place? Was my life even worth living if I had to kick someone else down to do it? There were so many things on my mind, but... Come on, Takumi. Time to sound the death knell for them. I didn't have the luxury of time to think them through. Fighting to survive was the only thing I could afford to do now. Alright, let's slaughter them. Looks like the battles will be coming along in our control. Just us two, but we can handle them perfectly fine on our own. Thank you, Yugamu.
I've got this. Yeah! Oh, let's do this!
I gotta say, I really appreciate the fact that we have a different kind of battle here. It's out in the streets with just Yugamu and I. You know, this is the kind of, like, unique battles I was hoping would get in the different ways. Like, not just the same old fighting the commander here, fighting the commander here, that we've already defeated in the past. So, yeah, this is a neat change.
How about this?
Okay, didn't even give the enemy a chance to fight back. That's how good we are. Sorry, Takumi, I made you do all the work. Did we get them all? It's too early to be celebrating. More enemies are waiting in the wings. Invaders approaching at 3 o'clock. Really? That looks like 12 o'clock to me. The same direction we were fighting in the first place. Ugh, they just keep coming. I prepared for the next battle with scarcely any time to breathe in between. Well, could be worse, Takumi. Could be serial battles, you know.
Time to use
Come on,
it.
man up.
Ready when you are. There!
Well, Yugamu just watched that time. But, hey, I'll donate him some points. Make sure he stays with me on the leaderboard. Fighting outside is tiring. My body resists me. Whenever I think about how death is permanent out here. You need to relax, Takumi. At this rate, you'll kill yourself first before the enemy has a chance. I don't get it. How are you so calm? You're not even perspiring. I wouldn't be much of a professional assassin if I let every other spot of good murdering get me down now, would I? Imagine if I was trying to stab my target and I just sweated all over him, you know? My BO would give me away. Hey, what's your secret? Deodorant. Axe. How do I kill the enemies efficiently while conserving as much stamina as possible? The secret is your heart. That is to say, your frame of mind. Those potions you've been making all game work too. Get it in your head that the act of killing is nothing special at all. Nothing more than mundane work. I mean, it's not like we're killing humans here either. I mean, we're killing ex-humans, but you know what I mean? Mundane work? Like hitting a nail with a hammer. Like turning a screw with a screwdriver. Just dull, repetitive work to be repeated without much thought or physical strength. So basically, I psych myself up into believing it's nothing, Does that really work? Anything more concrete? Like a better way to move my body or something? Do you do yoga? Pilates? Your body movements are virtually perfect, Takumi. There is nothing to critique. So what's left is your mentality, right? Just give it a shot. You got nothing to lose. Pretend the act of killing's the most boring job in the world. It is for me. Just dull, repetitive work. Despite my misgivings, I decided to try out Yugamu's suggestion. Alright, just hitting a nail with a hammer. I crept up to an invader that happened to be meandering about nearby and launched a surprise attack. Without entertaining the fear that threatened to well up from within, I quietly lifted up my sword and brought it down nonchalantly. This was just work. Something that had to be done. No need to think about it too much. I went after the next enemy as I repeated those thoughts to myself. Just a slash here, stab here, you know. Detach yourself. It's just work. Detach yourself. It's just work. Think about it like you're on a commission, Takumi. You need to make sure you hit your target, your quota, so you get paid your bonus. Except, in this case, your bonus is staying alive on the leaderboards. Incredible performance, Takumi. It's like you've become another person. Yes, you have an aptitude for killing. I sensed it the moment I laid eyes on you. Well, yeah, I did kill Eito, so... An aptitude for killing? Me? I think you need to get your eyes checked. It might sound strange coming from me, but I wasn't good at such things at all. I tended to miss the obvious, and my reflexes were average at best. I don't have an aptitude for anything. Gifts show up in many different ways. Sometimes they manifest later in life. Later in life? You'll understand one day. I wasn't happy to be left hanging like that, but I knew he would be just evasive if I tried to press the matter, so I did. Anyway, we should focus on the hunt for now. Now that I seem to be getting my mind under control, I wanted to get used to the hunting at one go as well. Let's go look for the next group of enemies. I feel like I could take down another 15, maybe, before calling it a day. I think we should call it a day now. We've earned enough points. Let's pace ourselves, you know? Let's not burn ourselves out. But I was just getting the hang of it. And that's when it gets dangerous. Everything in moderation, including assassinations. Besides, if we keep on hunting, we'll run into them sooner or later. You okay with that? Them? Just as I was wondering who Yugamu could be talking about. Over here! This'll be our starting point for the hunt today. Don't fall behind, you losers. Oh, they're just starting? Who's falling behind now, jackass? I heard a familiar voice coming from somewhere nearby. I quietly made my way toward the voice and peered out from behind some rubble. You guys had time to eat breakfast? I feel like I'm starting to use my hemoanima better. Not even a commander can stop me now. I think. Confidence is the name of the game, sister dearest. You and I both know nothing can stand in the way of our newly awakened powers and strengthened bonds. What strengthened bond? You didn't even bond with me, okay? And I give you the biggest benefit. Don't start getting carried away, you two. Thinking you're invincible because you learned a thing or two is the best way to die on the battlefield. You little chicks can just stay beneath my big, strong pinions for now. I ain't gonna let any of you die on my watch. I'm gonna protect y'all with my life. In the name of Takemaru Yakushiji. Just don't stab me in the abs again. They're hunting here too? Takemaru, Ima, and Kako weren't the only ones. I could see Tsubasa, Nozomi, and the others in the distance as well. Oh, they're just following my footsteps. Why does fighting invaders outside the academy seem so much more graphic? It's like I'm really killing something alive. And all that blood. So much blood. Well, it's not just defensive anymore, isn't it? It's hunting, which is more violent in itself. You're not defending yourself, you're the aggressor. The feel of that invader I just took down still lingers on my hands. Tsubasa, are you okay? I can give you a back rub if it makes you feel better. I think a big one's coming. Oh, why didn't I bring any barf bags with me? Lady Tsubasa is about to start puking like a fountain in a fancy park. Is there anything we can give her in place of a barf bag? Alas, necessity knows no decorum. Lady Tsubasa, heave it to my sheath bag if you must. Oh my god, that is quite the sacrifice you're making there, Kyoshika. The poor holy Jumanji sword has nowhere to sleep. Unless you stick it somewhere else. Are you sure, Kyoshika? Isn't that the holy Jumanji sword's pajamas? Not its bed. It's pajamas. Sorry, my bad. The holy Jumanji sword is a party animal with a soft spot for the ladies. She'll understand. Now come, Lady Tsubasa. Let it all out and hold nothing back. I'll be fine. I pushed everything down with sheer willpower. The roiling stopped. Sorry, guys. I haven't been feeling well since this morning. I think we have a chance. I just think maybe we might survive this killing game. You don't have to mind me. Go on and get more points for yourselves. We're not supposed to mention that, Tsubasa. Looking out for one another is what teammates do. No wrestler worth their salt abandons their tag partners to get ahead in the match. Hello? What, am I just a jobber to you? I guess I am. Loyalty above self. None shall be left behind. It is the way of the warrior. Psh. Huh. You guys make me sick, leaving me by myself. Takamura was desperately trying to protect Ima and Kako, who weren't used to fighting. Nozomi and the others refused to abandon Tsubasa, even though she was holding them back. They were watching out for each other, like true friends. I used to enjoy that sort of relationship with them, too. Oh, poor Takumi. I could feel my strength rapidly leaving my body. That's right. I've been alienated. What I just saw only served to cement that fact. All those kind and comforting words would never be for me. You look like you're in a lot more pain now than you were when you were fighting the enemies. That confirms it. Your fatal flaw is that fragile mind of yours. I mean, it's mine too. I'm a very sensitive guy. I get you, Takumi. I get you. But we're just gonna have to channel that strength and come out on top. We'll show them. I left the place quietly and made my way back to school, taking care not to be seen by the others. No Shoma appearance. Where is he? In the infirmary? Taking back with me nothing but an armful of distressing thoughts and feelings. I got back to my room earlier than usual, but wasn't in the mood to do anything, except lie upright on bed and stare long and hard at the ceiling. Nighttime. Where's the sponsor hanging out? Is he just chilling in the cafeteria or something? Is he gambling by himself in the rec room? I suddenly realized it was already night. I knew I should be resting, but bad memories kept surfacing in my mind and pulling me back to wakefulness. Give her back! Give Lady Kurata back to me! Sorry, but you're on your own. I'm afraid I must disappoint you. Like I'm being punished just for being alive. The pain of being despised was more excruciating than anything the killing game or defensive battles could inflict upon me. In the first 100 days, it wasn't a happy ending by any means. But at least everyone was my friend. Oh, God. People died, but at least people cared about me. We had a barbecue. We set up festival booths. We got testy with each other sometimes, but we always made up in the end. Our bonds became unbreakable. How do I repair our friendship? How? As I was agonizing over this matter. Oh, fuck off. That better be Yugama. Is that Yugama? Maybe he wanted to discuss our strategy for tomorrow's hunt. Although I honestly wasn't in the mood to talk. It wasn't like I could simply drive away the only friend I had right now. I got up slowly and ambled to the door. When I opened it, I saw... Hirako! Look, I'm not challenging you for top spot, okay? I just don't want to come last. Good. I was just about to kick the door down. What are you doing here? Or rather, are you sure you want to be seen here? You know, I'm persona non grata around these parts. I'm jinxed. Nothing good will come out of any association with me, the Grim Reaper. Jeez, what a title that was bestowed upon me. Well, aren't you wallowing in self-pity today? I mean, is there anything else I should be dunking my head in? Finally lost your mind after falling out of favor with everyone else.
Huh?
Including you, right? You think so? Oh, what? You actually care for me secretly? You just don't want to associate with me in public? Yeah, I do. You didn't want to team up with me like all the others. I went through hell and back after you left me in the lurch. Those invaders chased after me and surrounded me. I had no way out. They almost killed me. That wouldn't have happened if you hadn't turned me down. It wasn't Hideko's fault that I'd almost been killed, but I'm not about to let her know that. I knew it in my head, but my heart refused to stop those angry words from spilling out of my mouth. You know what? I think it's justified to vent out. I know, yeah, it's not anyone's fault that we got ourselves surrounded. It would help, though, if we had some backup. Hideko said nothing in response to my irrational accusation at first. You're right. I could have handled that better yesterday. I was just having fun being a dog owner. You were already crushed by everyone's unkind words and deeds. I should have been more considerate. So here's a token of reconciliation from me to you. She took out a box she had been holding under her arm and handed it to me. Token of reconciliation? What's in this, huh? Open it. I think you'll like what you see. Better not be poison gas or some shit. I took the box and gingerly lifted the cover. Inside was... What? It was the dead body of a gigantic bee. Is this some sort of sick joke? No, wait. This bee. Isn't this one of the sponsor's bees? You killed it? I did. I took advantage of the chaos after Kurata was killed to secure one. As a research sample. What sort of research? You can't be this stupid, Jesus Christ. I can't believe I'm offering my hand out in terms of a reconciliation. Research that will help us kill the sponsor and put an end to this travesty of a game. Okay, but how are you meant to do research without one of the bees spotting you doing said research? Unless the bees only track us when we're outside of school grounds, because they have no reason to track us while we're here, right? Because we don't collect points. I was dumbfounded by how nonchalantly Hiriko talked about killing the sponsor. The sponsor's invincible. We can't kill them the way we are right now. We can. As long as we find a way to deal with the 2 weapons they wield. 2 weapons? The bee is the first. The other is that suit they're wearing. That spacesuit thing? Yes. I believe that suit is the source of their invincible power. She was right. We attacked the fellow with all our might, but didn't manage to even scratch the suit. Did we just call him the fellow? The old man sponsor. We couldn't get a dent in him. Old buddy, old pal. The outfit clearly had some special powers attached to it. How confident are you of finding something? My research on the suit is already in progress, and I expect to discover its weakness in the very near future. Really? However, I'm too deeply involved in researching the suit to spare time for anything else, including the killing game and keeping your score up. I've not done anything about that bee or the identity of the sponsor yet. And you're bringing me on board to deal with the lack of manpower? Great. So I'm just being used as a tool. Something like that. So, are you willing to join me in my quest to bring down the sponsor? If that were truly possible, I'd be more than happy to give her as much help as she needed. But there were some things that were bothering me. You wanted my help. Why did you turn me down yesterday when I asked to team up? Then you wouldn't have had to come over again today to do this. Where are your brains? Try to remember what my exact words were. I will not be teaming up with you for this game. Surely you understood the implication. That I would be teaming up with you outside of the game instead. Hideko, you know I was emotionally vulnerable, okay? I was not going to be thinking straight. Oh, sorry, I guess I couldn't see past the big bush you were beating around. Oh my god. I really like playing Takumi here as this fed up guy. He's lonely, but God, he's just angry at the same time. You've been nothing but dismissive of me so far. When I was alienated, you didn't try to take my side. Just so we're clear, this doesn't mean we trust you or anything. Yes, I do think I could have handled that better, but can you blame me? I was still trying to figure out if I could trust the person you are right now. The person I am right now? Oh no! Oh my god, we got reference to time travel shenanigans again! It sounded like there was a deeper meaning to her statement, but I decided this wasn't the time or place to pursue it. The Takumi Samino that I know is essentially a good person. He cherishes his friends, has a strong sense of justice, and possesses good leadership qualities. Someone worthy of my trust. However, you killed Ato on the night of day 2. A would-be traitor who had yet to do anything out of line. So I'll see you on that locked route on the other side where you actually spare his life, shit for brains. That created some doubts in me. I had to wonder if the Takumi I'm seeing right now is the Takumi I know. That is why I've been assessing you from a slight distance. To see whether you, the person you are right now, can be trusted. It was starting to make sense now. Like why she wanted to come with me to Sekita Lost Defense Academy when I went there. She wanted to use the opportunity to ascertain my humanity. We can chat later. Let's be on our way. Oh, this is so cool. I love the interconnectivity of the roots. I'm such a geek. I couldn't find a definitive answer to my question until that day, when the game sponsor appeared and fatally wounded Kurata. Do you recognize the suit at the very least? You were the first to attack that unknown enemy in order to save her, with no care about what might happen to yourself. You were like a ray of light back then. And that's when I was convinced.
You are the Takumi I know.
Yeah. It's me. I'm your Takumi. Woof, 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 woof. No, just kidding. I'm not going to fight Darumi for the kennel.
The same kind-hearted Takumi Samino, with the most disheveled and generic mug, who always puts his friends above himself.
It's also like such a relief again because we've been ostracized by everyone, or alienated as Takumi likes to put it, and now finally someone sees us for who we really are. My tears threatened to spill over despite myself. To think there was someone who still had so much faith in me after being called the Grim Reaper by everyone else. There. I said it. Now, are you willing to work with me to bring down the sponsor? If I hadn't done any of those other routes, I'd be like, she's just blowing smoke up my ass. She just wants me on her side to help out and she'll betray me at the last second. I'm not taking no for an answer. I wasn't as cold-hearted as to say no to someone who had just bared so much of their heart to me. However, you know I want nothing more than to do just that. But I'm already in a team with Yugamo. What should we do about him?
Oh.
He is welcome to join us. His knowledge on biology will be very helpful in analyzing the body of that being. He may not want to go against the sponsor, though. When it comes to killing someone, he tends to err on the side of discretion and, well, deliberation. That's where your leadership abilities come into play. Leader, what? You want me to persuade him? Persuasion mission? You have just been appointed the leader of the Anti-Sponsor Alliance. ASA. Hang on a minute. Shouldn't the one who suggested the partnership in the first place be responsible for taking the lead? You know I'm not the leader type. Barking orders is just not my kind of thing. I'm not the one who barks. Darumi's the one who barks. Excuse me? You expect me to believe you after all that tyranny you displayed in the previous 100 days? Well, it was more like 25. I'll leave the convincing to you, leader. The Anti-Sponsor Alliance will turn this situation around. Defeating the invincible sponsor of this game. It sounded impossible, but being told we could do this by Hideko of all people. Somehow, it felt like we really could. Maybe the others would have a better opinion of me if I played a part in taking down the sponsor. Yeah, we'll win them all back. Maybe we could become friends again. Not before blood is spilled, though, I'm afraid. I fell asleep clinging to that small ray of hope that had lighted up in my heart. I cried myself to sleep. Tears of joy. Day 28. An alliance? Sure, sign me up. Yugamo agreed to join the anti-sponsor alliance so readily I almost felt disappointed. Guy, why are you disappointed? That's it? You're not gonna think about it a little more? We're going up against someone virtually invincible, you know? Takumi's just used to abuse. He's just like, what, really? You're not gonna fight me on this? It's a risky gamble that may very well end in our own deaths. The same amount of risk we're facing if we continue playing this game, right? We may not end up in last place during the first round, but what about the second? What about the third, the fourth, and so on? We'd be completely worn out by then. Would we be able to drive away any commanders who chose to launch an attack during that time? Either way, our strength will slowly be sapped away. Exactly. None of the others have noticed yet, but we're standing at the crossroads of destiny right now. Either we break free of the situation, either by defeating the sponsor, or get slowly tortured to death as the game drags on. So you can imagine how grateful I am to Hirako for taking the lead and revolting against the status quo. The thing is, his expression darkened. I have one major cause of concern with this alliance. What's that? Hirako's current teammate, Darumi. She's made no secret of how much she loves killing games. Hard to believe she'd be sympathetic to our quest to put an end to this game, you know what I mean? I'm sure Hirako will find a clever way to hide it from her or something. She said as much last night. But what does Darumi think about this plan? Killing the sponsor to end the game? She may get mad because she loves her killing game so much. I'm keeping it a secret from her. She's merely my in-game partner, that's all.
Oh.
I was never going to let her join the anti-sponsor alliance. Incomprehensible. Why even bother teaming up with her in the first place? Well, I guess because Hirako can't do everything by herself and she can't team up with me out in the open. I'm sure she has her reasons. That she won't reveal even if we pressed. Yes. Femme fatale, thy name is Hirako. Not that I approve of allies keeping secrets from each other. Well, aren't you glad I was open about this alliance then? You speak for yourself. Point taken. We'll put Darumi on the back burner for now. So what exactly are we expected to do? Good question. Our top priority is to earn as many points as possible. The plan immediately falls apart if anyone in this alliance gets executed in the first round. Stay in a rank that safeguards you from that outcome. Again, Shoma's unfortunately going to be the sacrifice. I can't see him pulling off a victory here. Understood. Safety first. Basically, focus on the hunt in the morning and anti-sponsor alliance activities in the afternoon. Your role in the alliance is...
Oh.
I want the anatomy and abilities of this being to be thoroughly analyzed. This will primarily be Yugamu's job, since he's so good at dissection. Good? You mean fabulous. I'm dying to get my hands on those bee remains already. By the way, what's your role? Leader. Takumi, I want you to investigate the identity of the sponsor. Focus on whether they're an invader or not. Okay, so Hirako doesn't recognize the suit, but she recognizes us, Takumi. How exactly am I going to do that? Look up books in the library or something?
Oh.
Horses for courses and all that jazz, right? Best person to ask about invaders would be an invader herself. Ava's still around. So Ava then? Wasn't she eliminated from the killing game because she wasn't in the leisure lounge? Yeah. Hirako passed me the key to the cage in the courtyard and said she'll leave the interrogation to me. Okay. So we know that Hirako isn't aware of the machine all the time. She is aware of the different, timelines. She said it herself in a previous route, I believe. She said she has, vague, memories, I guess, of different timelines, but she doesn't actively come back in time, so to speak, like we do. Oh, like we did. We only did it once.
Ah.
You think she'll be cooperative? She's a former commander we captured and imprisoned. I doubt she'll betray her companion so easily. Well, this isn't exactly a companion, I don't think. I know. Let me tag along. I'm quite the killer torturer, if I do say so myself. What was that, your Hannibal Lecter impression? No, you stay far, far away from her, and wipe that drool off your face. It wasn't easy for me to build some semblance of a friendly relationship with Ava, and I wasn't about to let this lunatic flush that down the proverbial toilet. There's some killer lines so far, man. Acknowledged. I'll follow Hinako's general directions as instructed. That means going out there to earn some invader points right now. You ready, Takumi?
Yeah!
Yeah, ready when you are. We took out our weapons and went around attacking the invaders loitering in the ruins. Alright, I like how we get the morning shift and then the others come by later on. The early bird gets the worm. Not the early berm, it's the word. I applied Yugamu's advice from yesterday about treating the killings as mundane work. Lifting up my sword quietly and bringing it down nonchalantly. It's just work, I kept repeating to myself in my head. Detach yourself. Gotta go to work. It's just work. Detach yourself. It's just work. No more battles now. That's alright. No, that sponsor isn't one of us. When I asked Ava about the sponsor's identity, she flatly rejected the possibility of them being an invader. Absolutely impossible. I can stake my life on it. You must have solid proof to be so sure. The proof is in the strangeness of their abilities. If they were truly one of our ilk, they wouldn't be using blood-sucking bees to fight. What do you mean? Bees are taboo in your religion or something? I mean, same concept, right? Sucking hemoanima out of somebody. Whether it's their weapon. I mean, the bees are that weapon. Not the bee. The blood-sucking. The absorption of divine blood is strictly prohibited in our commandments. Divine blood. Meaning the cryptoglobin running in our veins. Absorbing cryptoglobin was prohibited. That reminded me of something similar I had heard during my previous 100 days. Hemoanima, or cryptoglobin, was it? Absorbing cryptoglobin is a taboo of the highest order. Which proved that the sponsor of this game couldn't have been an invader, since they absorbed Kurata's cryptoglobin. First of all, if the host were one of us, why would they organize a game to hunt down their own kind? Yeah, good point. It didn't make sense for an invader to urge the enemy to hunt down other invaders. However, this did complicate matters. If the sponsor was neither Special Defense Unit nor School Invader, did that mean they were an unknown third party? By the way, Takumi, if you don't mind me asking... Ava suddenly changed the subject. Remember that favor I asked for the other day? Did you bring it for me? Oh yes, the, well and truly obvious trap that your mask probably has inside. Bring... what? You know, my mask. You promised me you'd return it to me. She's now getting agitated. Right. She did ask me for her mask a while back. Please return my mask to me. She was upset before, now she's getting riled up. Your mask? The mask I was wearing on the battlefield. My people highly value our masks. We consider them as part of us. The mask was really important to her. As much as I'd like to give it back to her right now. I'm sorry, Ava. I'm going to have to go back on that promise. You'll have to bury your face for a little while longer. Why? Why are you being so mean to me? What do you mean? I'm not being mean to you. I'm just declining your request. Jesus. She grabbed hold of the cage bars as she protested, tears welling up in her eyes. Exposing our plain faces is as embarrassing as walking around outside without clothing. Are you naked right now? Do you enjoy humiliating me so much? This is prisoner abuse. Sure. Well, if only the Geneva Convention existed. Wait, calm down. I'm not trying to be mean, but it's just... the timing's not right. Ask Shoma when he brings your food next. What do you mean the timing's not right? The mask is a symbol of your identity as commander, right? Wearing it will make everyone realize that you're also a target of the invader hunt. As a commander, Ava was most likely one of the targets of this game. No, she can't be, because she's on school grounds. Killing her would net you 0 points. Her death would likely result in a lot of points. That is, if we kill her outside school grounds. If anyone realized that, she was bound to be murdered sooner or later.
Hey!
I can't give you back your mask in order to keep you safe, that's all. I can protect myself. I'm not known as a hero among my people for nothing. And yet here you are, in a cage, felled by a bunch of teenagers who have never used hemoanima before. We weren't even a full roster. Half of them were on the roof, watching. But you can't use any of your powers when you're inside this prison. You'd be like a sitting duck. But, look, you just have to accept it. I'm not about to sit around and watch you get killed. I mean, she doesn't know that she's worth 0 points. So, that helps. You're not getting back your mask You're not getting your mask back no matter what. Ava looked entirely unconvinced. And it seemed like she was about to protest again, but... This is awful. Yeah. What are you up to? She sighed deeply in what sounded like resignation to me. Hey, cheer up. Once the game's over, you can have your mask back, okay? A maskless life isn't that bad once in a while, see? No risk of heat damage to your face. Get it? Because you're already hot. Oh, okay. I'm very sorry. She ignored my encouragement and apologies in favor of glaring at me through half-lidded eyes.
You're so useless. Can't even fetch a simple mask for me?
Okay, well now I'm just really suspicious now.
Yeah.
I thought I'd been imagining things. Did she just whisper something really out of character for her? Ava, sorry, can you repeat that again? Did I hear you calling me useless? Do you have a problem with me speaking the truth now? I can go on, you know.
Takumi's a gibbering idiot! The enemy of all maidenkind! Downright pervert! I'll sue you for prisoner abuse one day.
Joke's on you, I'm as poor as Gaku. I got no money to give you. Ava done a complete about-face. What could have transformed that sweet, docile lady from just now into this sharp-tongued witch? I'm guessing these are your true colors, huh? Yes, I'm done playing nice. I know I won't be getting anything out of you. This is the pits of the pits. After all that hard work, I didn't even get to see a glimpse of my mask. Why don't you just give it back already? Stop switching. He tried to, find the sweet spot of what'll convince me. First, anger. Oh, first it was sadness, then anger, now it's back to sadness again. The shock of not being able to get her mask back had made Ava burst into tears. She had been putting on an act all this time. Well, for one thing, I guess I'm glad we get to see the real Ava, not the brainwashed version. I was astonished by that fact and annoyed by her hurtful accusations, but... she's the enemy, so I can't be hurt too much. It's worse when it's from my friends. What am I supposed to do now? I couldn't muster up the anger to chide her as she wept sadly. She was likely mentally strained from the stress of being held in the middle of an enemy stronghold. No wonder everyone hates me. I quietly left the courtyard so as not to agitate Ava any further. After that, I returned to my room and organized the information I'd gotten out of Ava in a notebook. And then once night fell, what did we write down? Not invader. Get mask back at some point. Alright, time to get to work on our anti-sponsor activities. Oh god, the bedtime announcement played. Well, I'm gonna be sleeping well tonight. By rights, we should all be turning off the lights and jumping into bed right now, but... The Alliance meeting shall now begin. We'll take turns to share our findings of the day with each other. It had been decided that the Anti-Sponsor Alliance would be holding nightly meetings in my room to exchange information starting from tonight. You start first, Takumi. Learn anything new about the identity of the sponsor?
Huh?
Yes, according to what Ava told me. I shared the results of my investigation with everyone. About how the bee could not have been a weapon of an invader, that blood-sucking was taboo to the invaders, so the sponsor couldn't have been one, since they sucked Kurata's blood. In conclusion, it's quite likely the sponsor is an unknown third party unrelated to us or the school invaders.
Huh?
That's all from me. We're already having enough trouble with the invaders, and now there's a third party? This is highly displeasing.
Oh.
Be that as it may, I must commend you for a job well done. That was remarkable work for a person of your intelligence. Well, yeah, that's me, you know. You send the intelligent guy to get intelligence. Thanks, but can I get something other than a backhanded compliment once in a while?
Oh.
I'll work on it if I feel like it. So that's a no. Allow me to go next. After dismembering the dead bee and investigating its anatomy, I made several discoveries. First of all, the bee was modeled after a type of parasitic wasp, a horrible species that parasitizes the bodies of butterfly larvae and feeds off their innards.
Oh.
Basically, that bee was simply a scaled-up version of a parasitic wasp. There's just one major difference between this bee and an actual parasitic wasp. Bees and hornets usually use their stingers to inject poison into an enemy's body. This giant bee, however, uses it to suck stuff out. Like a blood-collecting device of sorts. It works more like a mosquito stinger. We all saw the bee use it to suck the blood out of Kurata. Yes, and she was drained in a few seconds. A testament to the strength of its suction. But it does bring up another question. The body of the bee has nowhere to store the blood it sucks. So where did Kurata's blood disappear to? Oh, good question. Maybe it was warped to another place instantly? It's likely that's what's happening. Maybe it's designed to transfer all the nutrients it sucks up into the sponsor's stomach. In other words, the sponsor's using the bees to consume cryptoglobin. Okay. Just a hypothesis. If that turned out to be true, it would mean the sponsor absorbed Kurata's blood. The thought of my friend's blood being used as food sparked an intense rage within me. And that's all I've got. Let's hear what Hideko has to say now. Any progress on that suit the sponsor's wearing? Yes. I'd venture to say there's been some major progress. Much more than I initially expected. Well, that's good for someone who didn't survive the first 20 days of their 100-day campaign. Sorry, 30 days. I'll be more generous. See, I can give backhanded compliments too. I may be able to get my hands on a spare suit, worn by the sponsor in a very near future. There's a spare suit?
Oh.
Yes, and I've almost pinpointed its location. All that's left is to refine the coordinates. Hideko previously said the sponsor's invincibility came from that suit. We could secure something similar. Wouldn't that make us invincible as well? Where's the spare? We can look for it together. Can we all fit in it? No, that won't work. I'll search for it myself. Why? 3 sets of eyes are faster than 1, right? Because I'm the only one who can find that place. Something terrible beyond all imagination may happen if someone other than me discovered it. Ooh. Oh, this is so hype. So don't even try, understand? Her assertive tone made it clear that there would be no further discussion on the matter. Something that could cause the usually placid Hideko to get so worked up had to be extraordinary. Okay. I'll respect your wishes, even if I don't understand them. It's for the best. Moving on. What's the plan for tomorrow and beyond? I need you two to continue your research. We're having a dire lack of good information right now. Don't forget to keep earning points in the game as well. Stay in 6th place or higher. Also, avoid situations that may end up with you dying to mere minions. As usual, we're going with safety first. Yeah, wouldn't want another Hideko situation to happen. You died to a mere minion. Is that what we're calling Eito now? If you accidentally die, I'll bring you back to life and kill you myself, Takumi. Why only me? Because if anyone will screw up, it's you. Great, thanks. I'll be fine. Igamu's with me, and I'm not that bad of a fighter myself. You should be watching out for yourself. You were the first to die last time. There we go. Please, are you talking to me? No, I'm talking to my fucking door. Who do you think I'm talking to? Yugamu survived the last campaign. I'm much stronger than the Hideko you knew. Durumi and I can take out a commander or two by ourselves. Durumi, huh? Yugamu's expression darkened at that. Hideko, I just don't get it. Why would you team up with Durumi of all people? I'll be brutally honest. The fact that you're a team doesn't sit right with me. She loves her killing games. I can't imagine she won't at least try to sabotage our work if she ever finds out about it. Rest assured that she'll never find out. She's just my in-game partner. Nothing more, nothing less. Oh, chess master Hirako, what on earth are you planning to do with Dorumi, huh? I'm talking about the what-ifs right now. You can't guarantee that it won't happen. You really ought to dissolve your partnership with her. She did say she was going to die first. No, I'm not letting her out of my sight. She has an important role to play as well. Which is, I feel like Hideko already knows the identity of the sponsor, and I'm just doing busy work here. You know, she clearly knows that it's one of us who's found. Oh no, actually, she doesn't know that. But who else could it be, right? She's already said that it's going to be potentially catastrophic if one of us finds that machine. Looks like the worst case scenario is playing out right before her very eyes, you know? Someone's discovered it, they've come here, and they've organized a killing game. Maybe she thinks it's Dorumi under the mask, and so she's keeping Dorumi close to see if mannerisms match? I don't know. I can't tell you. Why not? Shouldn't allies share as much information with each other as possible? Yagami continued to question Hirako about her reason for teaming up with Dorumi, but she kept quiet throughout. I'm really liking this little alliance we've got. The alliance meeting ended on a slightly sour note because of that. I don't care that it ended on a sour note. This is a cool alliance, okay? Nice that we got Yugamu sometime in the sun here. Because I feel like... I don't know. I feel like of all the students here, Yugamu's probably like one of the ones I like the least. At least so far. Like, at least Ima... He gives me strong feelings. Like, I hate his guts a lot of the time. But Yagami, I feel like he's just been there, you know? I mean, Dorumi doesn't really count because she's only just appeared in, like, one other route I've played so far. Kyoshika, you know, I like her mannerisms. She's funny. Yagami did have his badass moment, though, where he cut himself open, right, to retrieve the bomb when he crucified Sirei against the wall. But I don't know, like, I just felt like Yagami hasn't really had a chance to shine, but he's doing really well right now. So I'm hoping it keeps up because yeah, I really want to like all these guys. They're all cool in their own right. And it just depends on the route, right? It had been 4 days since the game started, and I'd gotten used to fighting outside the academy. I would wander around town quietly in search of invaders and strike them down using as little energy as possible. When are we going to have a defensive battle, though? Detach yourself. It's just work. Detach yourself. Take their lives. Detach yourself. It's just work. It's just work right now, just skipping through this dialogue that we've seen already. Nice. Seems like I'm in pretty good form today. I doubted I would end up in last place in the first round if I kept this. But ensuring my survival alone wasn't enough to put me at ease. The ultimate goal of the Anti-Sponsor Alliance was to put an end to this game by killing the sponsor. But what was the sponsor hoping to achieve by making us do this? Where's the sponsor? I couldn't get that one thought out of my mind as I cut down one invader after another. In a way, the sponsor and Sirei were similar. The sponsor just looks so awkward with its shoulders drooped, its tiny arms. Both were trying to make us fight against invaders. Except, Sirei never ordered us to fight outside the academy. He always insisted we fought on the academy grounds, because of the Revival-Matic, of course. On the other hand, the rules laid down by the sponsor basically forbade us from doing so. They were designed to make us fight outside. Why was the sponsor so determined to make us fight out here? I mean, it also empties the school, right? And that was what the original message was. Get out of the school, or you'll all die. Maybe they're working on something. Did they not want us using the Revival-Matic? Dying outside meant our dead bodies couldn't be revived. Was that the sponsor's objective? To ensure that anyone who died would stay dead? No, because the sponsor would just use the bees if they needed to. Hey, Takumi, when did your hands go on vacation? I was jolted back to reality by Yugamu's teasing. Sorry, just thinking about something. It's dangerous to think and kill at the same time. There's a fine line between familiarity and carelessness. Keep your mind on the hunt for now. Don't forget that Hirako warned you last night about getting killed. You're right. Sorry about that. I refocused my mind on the task at hand. With my sword in hand and my mind clear, I resumed the work of hunting down invaders. Yugamu and I then spent the better part of that morning killing together. Alright. We returned to the academy a little past noon and immediately made our way to the leisure lounge. We're looking... There we checked our latest ranks. We are... Well, I'm 4th. Gamu's 6th. Tsubasa's 5th. Good honor. Shoma, 12th. Not looking good.
I'm in 4th place, and Yugamu's in 6th.
Hideko at the top still. Our positions had slipped from the first day, but we were still within the top bracket. Since it was already the 4th day, it was unlikely we would tumble all the way to the bottom of this round unless something catastrophic happened.
Shoma's currently in last place.
I mean, Nozomi's doing better than Takemaru, and she's the healer, for goodness sake. I guess Takemaru's like desperately trying to make sure that Kako and Ima don't fall behind too much. I told myself not to look at the other positions, but my eyes naturally drifted to the last spot. Speaking of leaderboard positions.
Tsubasa's is surprisingly high.
She was clearly holding her teammates back yesterday. You don't have to mind me. Go on and get more points for yourselves. Tsubasa, you promised not to say that anymore. Looking out for one another is what teammates do. No wrestler with their salt abandons their tag partners to get ahead in the match. She's likely benefiting from the points sharing system. Maybe Moko's just like pummeling them down to 1 HP and then Tsubasa gets to finish it off. What point sharing system? What? You haven't noticed? There's a way to earn points in this game without killing any invaders yourself. Really? For a second, I thought he was panting like Darumi the dog. He's scribbling on a notepad. Yugamu took out a notepad and started drawing some sort of diagram on it. Let's say, for example, a 10-point enemy appears in front of you. You kill that enemy by yourself. You gain 10 hull points.
Oh.
But if I help you in the fight, I gain a percentage of those 10 points. Could be a 50-50 or 80-20 split, depending on the situation. Oh, okay, so it's not just whoever gets the final blow gets the points. You can tag team an enemy, and you can split the points up. Neat. It all hinges on how much each person contributed to the fight. Simply joining the fight earns you at least 10% of the points. Tsubasa's Hemo Anima is very versatile, and so I'm sure she's earning points by supporting the others. Yeah, she can accelerate or decelerate them, and boom. So every member of the team gets some credit as long as they work together. Well, like in sports? A strange but fitting comparison. Weaker players earn points by focusing their efforts on supporting others. Stronger players gain support by offering to share points with those who do. This game may not be about pure combat prowess, but how well we work together. Well, that explains why Nozomi's so high then, because she can heal. She doesn't have to, get violent. Of course, she does have her stun gun. We're being tested on our teamwork? In a killing game. Killing game usually pits participants against each other, but the rules for this one clearly lent itself to fostering teamwork. Had this been implemented to adjust the difficulty of the game to our level? Or did the sponsor have some ulterior motive? Is it Hirako under there and this is just like one training ground for Takumi to hone his skills and get better? Kind of like a Zero Escape sort of dilemma? I returned to my room, unable to quash the indescribable wave of nausea threatening to bowl me over. What should I do this afternoon? I was in my room, trying to figure out what to do in the time I had before the nightly meeting. My role in the Anti-Sponsor Alliance was to find out the identity of the sponsor, but it's not as easy as it sounds. I felt like I needed clearer direction. Like, where was I supposed to even start? Only I had a hint of sorts to help me get the ball rolling. Suppose I'll just have to ask around? Asking around for information will be the best way to find clues that might shed some more light on the matter. Who the hell am I gonna ask? I'm on the outs with everyone. Asking around. Yes, that's what I'll be doing today. The others would surely be shocked to see the most unpopular guy in school right now approaching them out of the blue. But I can't just hole up in my room all day without at least trying something. I steeled myself before dashing out of the room. Okay. Well, who do we got to speak with? Tsubasa, Moko, Takemaru, Eva, Nozomi, Kyoshika. Dorumi as well. Yeah, this is going to end terribly.